Oh yeah. Morning, y'all. Hope you all had a good weekend. Show us what's happened here. Something has happened. Someone has been swimming gala crazy, haven't they? What have we got here? Got a participation.
Yeah.
Front crawl win.
Yes.
Backstroke
win.
Win.
First place.
This person played 18 holes for the first time, and I had 16 points to her 17 on the front nine.
Ooh.
But then someone held a pretty good putt on 18. Come on, Daddy! So today's vlog is going to be answering your questions. I put it out on Twitter @4golfonline and on my Mark Crossfield Facebook page. Give them both a follow if you don't already. To ask me some questions. Let's just spend a day with me. I mean, that's like perfect, isn't it? A full day with me, asking me questions. Me. So today's question to you, actually, I'm going to ask one back now because I'm getting plenty, which is great. Keep posting all day. Golf balls. What golf ball do you play? And how long have you played it? Have you tried other ones? Do you have a special kind of brand or ball that you use for competitions and then practice with others? What golf ball is in your golf bag? Are you pulling it out if you were playing today? Post comments down below. Hit that subscribe button while you're down there. Come on, what golf balls are you all using? Today's video is brought to you by golfonline.co.uk, and to keep the promotion running, if you're gonna get something for golf this Christmas and you want 10% off, use the code Black Friday between 23rd of November and the 27th. So get your loved ones, whoever's buying your present, if you're buying it yourself, you want 10% off, terms and conditions apply. Use the code Black Friday, golfonline.co.uk between those dates. That is a deal. Right, getting loads of questions, so I'm going to try and fire through them as quick as possible. Yeah, I'll be good at that, like not talking much. So Ben said, where do you see your YouTube content moving in the next 10 years? Well, I won't quite tell you that, Ben, because there are many copycats about. But I'm very excited about what's happening in the next 10 years. I'm really excited about what's going to happen next year. Next year's going to blow people's head off with what I'm doing. I think it's going to confuse a lot of people, but I'm really excited about challenging people's ideas. We'll come to it, we'll let you know. But exciting things in the next 10 years. And I think, like, just the things with the sponsored Mercedes-Benz content, which is, I like getting a few comments from people going, I don't want to buy a Mercedes-Benz. You don't have to buy a Mercedes-Benz. It's a video about how to help you drive the ball better. Like, come on. Like, are you that basic? Oh, do those people buy everything? Like, if they watch a TV programme that has adverts, after they've watched the TV programme, do they have 10 more products that they've bought by watching? Like, come on. What's your favourite flavour syrup you lamp in your coffee every morning? Morning, y'all. I like caramel. Okay, what's the benefits of shallowing if you have an OTT, over the top? I presume that means swing, from Crohan. Never Find My Truth is back. Brilliant, loving this competition. The advantage of shallowing the shaft is trying to get the kind of sweet spot of the club below your hand path. That's what creates very good delivery of dynamic lie. It creates often better strikes. It uses more natural forces of flinging the club out to the ball, like almost like a whip, kind of using the natural forces, if you like. It makes golfers much more efficient. My kind of basic overview, obviously it's so player specific, but it's to do with that. I don't care if you're hitting out to in or in to out. It's more about aligning the forces of your hand path, club path down at the bottom to create kind of better strikes. Alright, coach?
Alright.
How's it going?
Oh, not bad, apart from my computer's doing a nice little update.
Oh, why did you agree to that? Never.
Well, I wasn't really concentrating.
It's the new operating system, isn't it?
Yeah.
They take forever, don't they?
Yeah, so I'm wasting my life.
Yeah, that was a mistake, wasn't it? So Stephen asks, which Tour Pro are you hoping to play against in 2018? Not fussed really, they're all good fun. I think that's the thing, you're kind of learning from them. I don't think they're shown in game days how much fun they are. I'd love to do some of the Americans, would be fun, because I just don't think they would get it at the start, and I always like that bit where you can see them just thinking, this isn't like the normal boring media days I do. So I'd like to do some of the American Tour players. Justin Thomas would be cool. Also, obviously, Spieth would be amazing, wouldn't it? But hard to get close to those guys. But definitely some of the Americans could be a laugh. Right, got a box to go and pick up. So Daniel asks, most enjoyable tour pro that we played with. To be honest with you, Daniel, they've all been amazing. Lee was fantastic. I just don't think people understand how dry his sense of humour is. Literally, he is like ripping you nearly everything he says if you actually listen and take away just the dry note it's taken in. Eduardo Molinari, fantastic, really up for a laugh. It felt like he'd watched, he got what was going on. Andy Sullivan's just, I mean, he's an adoptee Muppet, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He is one of the Muppets, really. He's just like a proper player version. Like, he's good. Cole Sart's great. Oh, who am I missing out? Chris Wood was fun, again, dry, bit shyer, but was good laugh. Luke Donald was possibly the most media safe. Like, you could tell he didn't want to let you see him that much. He wanted to be media Luke Donald, which is a shame, but there was lots of people watching that one. So again, the other ones, it's literally just been us, so they can let go, no one's watching, they can kind of swear, we'll cut it out, they can be them, but they've all been great. Gareth asked, what golf exercises do you do before you play? I think he says do before and after. He says before you start, but someone else put after. I don't do many. I do some stretching and like star jumps, running. I try not to hit many balls. We're often got a long day filming. I literally don't want to waste energy. I stretch out my lower legs, so my glutes I try to activate, because I get a bit of a stiff lower back when we're filming, carrying the camera around, lots of swings, you know, lots of shots. Sometimes we're playing 2-3 courses, so we're traveling between. So I do like stretching in my lower back, that kind of stuff, and my legs to try and loosen up my back. Box collected. I think I know what they are. Next question, Zach says, how did you and Coach meet? Coach used to work at the range in Clifton Hill. If you go way back to the start of the channel, you'll see some videos me and Coach filmed together. He looked like he was about 7 years old. Ashley asked, can we do an in the bag video with Dan? Yes, we can at some point. Ashley, watch the channel, we'll get one. And then Andy Green says, as a PGA pro, what would you do to encourage more young golfers growing junior golf? Cheers, bro. That is a big question, that one. So when I was a golf pro, I would always run quite active and got kind of behind junior programs at the places I was at. I loved teaching kids because just such raw enjoyment and raw improvement as well. It's like they're just the perfect students. Getting into schools, my boy plays football, and he plays football at a club because the club he plays for came into school and kind of picked him, selected him for the kind of selected football club. Makes him feel more special, makes the parents feel more special, you know, our boys being selected. I mean, and I know what they were doing, and I don't mean it's a good or bad thing, I think it's a great thing. You know, they were trying to fill their club up. Good on them, because they have done, and it's a great sports club. He plays for Saint Southwest. Anyone thinking of, you know, taking their kids to football, that's a great club to go and be part of. The coaching is top notch. So definitely getting into schools and trying to get kids back into your programs at your clubs is something I would really push PGA pros to try and do more. The biggest problem is lots of PGA pros, and obviously there's loads you do, but lots just don't like teaching juniors. They don't see it as cool. They don't always relate that well with kids, maybe. I mean, obviously there's loads that do as well, but there's a lot that I chat to that just simply don't want to, and it's a shame, really. Right, what's this? So I reckon these are mats from Putt Out, and they are telling me that probably I shouldn't cut that with a knife. But I can open a box up with a mat, and it's going to be flat from the start. They're fed up with rubbish putting mats. 2 Putt Outs as well. Might give these away. Shall we watch? Look, 2 putting mats. Let's see what happens here. I think I've got 2 colours. Alright, okay. So it comes in this bag, and then there's a box inside. There's one, a grey one and a green one I think I got. It's almost too long for my floor. Hang a minute. Here's my Putt Out goes there. There we go. Let's see what it's like to putt on. Right, Putt Out, ball, putter. So obviously you've got some marks for some different lengths. Oh yeah. That is pretty smooth. And that has gone in there first time. Right, who wants to win? I got 2 putt outs to give away. And what's funny with these ones is both of them seem to have the Mercedes star in them. Because obviously I'm all about Mercedes now, obviously, because I've done a video trying, or a series of videos trying to discover what the perfect drive is, which was sponsored by Mercedes. Part 2 went up earlier, go and watch. It's a fantastic episode with Lee Cox, talking about distance. Now you don't have to buy a Mercedes if you win this. You can win one of these putt outs. Watching, I reckon you might be able to win one or both of these mats as well, but not today. Just the 2 putt outs today. If you are a follower of me on Instagram at Crossfield Mark, if you are following me on Twitter at 4golfonline, and if you're a subscriber of this YouTube channel, I will randomly pick from one of those 3 places. So sign up for all of them. You got more chance of winning one of these putt outs. Improve your putting this winter. It's up to you if you buy a new car or not. Not me. Right, last 2 questions then. Mr. Cook is saying, I never had a club custom fit and I play off +3. Am I just lucky that the clubs work, or is it the requirement for custom fitting a myth? Hashtag ask AGG. It's absolutely not a myth, but lots of players can make whatever they've got work for them. It's about how much you want to adapt or not. Obviously, as a skilled player at +3, your adaptation skills are going to be maybe higher than that of a beginner. And if you think about when I began as a junior, you're going to give me adult clubs when I'm 12 years old, they're not going to work. So there's always going to be extremes as well. So, and also, I can fit into most standards because I'm 5'11" and very standard in everything I do and kind of present. I am also quite quick at adapting to equipment as well to make it work for me. And that's the big question. How much do you want to work extra on top of all the other things that golf makes you work on? Right, and the last question from Mike. If you were not a golf professional, what field would you be in? Oh, that is a great question. I would probably be with some rubbish band touring out of a rusty white van with my lovely Gretsch, being very unsuccessful but enjoying life on the road. I would have to do something creative because I've always had that in me. I've got a funny mix of I love competitive sport and certainly did, and I like creative, and they kind of bang heads together in lots of the worlds and circles I've kind of grown up in. Sports people as a generalised rule aren't the most creative, and creative people as a generalised rule are the most sporty. So I always found it quite difficult to kind of make friends that weren't just really locked into the activity I was doing. They wouldn't cross over. Also, and that's where I think YouTube has been just fantastic for me, because it allows me to keep my sports interest there while at the same time trying to be creative with original content, which I take pride in trying to do, you know. And like with the daily vlogs, I just love the edit with them as well. So it's that combination of sports to creative that I really enjoy, and I think that's where doing YouTube has kind of been, it's been my calling, isn't it? It's been my calling. Right, thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. Remember, if you want to win one of these putt outs, you've got to follow me on Instagram at CrossfieldMark, Twitter at 4golfonline, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's just me tonight. Well, I've got to find something in there to make myself a tea. Girls are gone swimming. Milo's at football. I'm still working.